So what's up, everybody out there? How y'all doing? Hope you guys are doing okay. Artist of Strong Style here. Here now, since I told you, finally now I'm able to use Dark Arm Dragon once again with the Kaiju and then a Monarch. So I did show you the deck profile of a Monarch, Kaiju, and then using Dark Arm Dragon once again. So let's go with the test hands now of how the deck is played. Now, okay. Let me show you something here first. This is a comment I got. Okay. Like I told you, you're going to want to use Idea and Edios. And then like I told you, if it was stopped, Idea, it does not have the effect anymore of bringing out a Edios, which most likely you're going to want to bring out Edios. So you're stuck, like I just said. And then what else can you do? You got nothing you can do. No doubt you would run Edios as well. Or just, it's a normal summon and then it gives you an extra tribute. But then again, the same thing. If the effect stops of doing an extra tribute, well then you're stuck again. So a comment said, why aren't you using the dark one? No doubt, I would run it. But then if the effect is negated, I just have Edios on the field. I don't got nothing else I can do. But with the vassals, the other ones that I've shown you, they can be special summon, but those kind of cards like the Ash Blossom and everything, they just stop the effect of, my vassals, the vassals effects. They don't stop the special summon. That's why I would say, of what I showed you, put those vassals in. Because it's only going to be stopped by its effects. It cannot be stopped if they're special summoned. So I did reply to that comment I got. And I just explained what I just said. Ash Blossom. Ghost Ogre, Forbidden Droplets. It just stops their effects. It does not stop the special summon. Alright, so further ado, here we go. So you got Prime. Damn it, do not really want that in your hand. Amphitrite, Domain, Dark Arm Dragon, Mithra. Oh god, come on, make sure you get a Monarch. If you don't get a Monarch, you're stuck. And I did get a Monarch. Okay. You're 5 cards. Maybe it's like, hopefully, if you got nothing, hopefully you got a Monarch, which I did get a Monarch. You have 2 options of bringing out this Monarch out automatically. Well, let's say 3. It depends on which one you want to do. You can either special summon and play a Monarch. And then you're going to need Domain. So first off, of course, you're going to play Domain. Now remember, when you have Domain, only when you have a tributed monster on the field, your opponent cannot play from the extra deck, including yourself, but you're not playing an extra deck. So then, this is what I would do. I would start off with my Morphrite. Pendulum Summoning. Draw your card since you have no cards in your extra deck. Another one. Now, it can only be done once per turn, so I can't do it again. You destroy it into your Pendulum, into your extra deck. Then you special summon it right back. Now, here you go. Your 1, count this as your 2. When it is gone, it'll be removed from play. And now you have your Erebus out. Now, Erebus' effect will let you send away a magic or trap of a... Of course, magic or trap of a Monarch. But if it was negated, well then, again, it just negates me from sending away magic or traps and then the effect of what Erebus does. So if nothing were to happen, I'm just playing if nothing were to happen to these cards. So you send away your Pantheism and your Prime. Then the effect of Erebus is, you're going to choose 1 card from rather your opponent's graveyard, field, or in their hand. and send one right back. Does not target. Does not target. And now since you have a tributed monster on the field, your opponent cannot play from the extra deck. You can declare an attack, which yeah, you're most likely going to want to do. It'll get the boost up of 800 attack. Only when you're going to attack. And it's a tributed monster. Possibly next you're going to want to do is, or even before playing this, or even doing an attack, go Pantheism. Remove from play. Search for 3 cards that are called Monarch. So I'm going to go for March. Or Tenacity. It does not matter what my opponent's going to choose. Because I'll play Tenacity. So yeah, they play Tenacity. Alright. I'll send this all right back. I must have a 20 or 1,000 defenser or a 24 attack and defenser. Okay. Tenacity I can play. Why? Because I have a 20 and 1,000 defense. My Dark Arm Dragon is 20, 1,000 defense. Reveal it to my opponent. Search for any card that is called Monarch. Now, okay, I would go for March, but then I forgot. I have Prime of the Monarch. So you do not want that in your hand, so go for your Pantheism. Now your draw power of Pantheism of sending that away and sending away another magic or trap from your hand of a Monarch is not once per turn. The once per turn is removing it from play to search for 3 cards that are called Monarch. Magic or trap. So activate, send away the Prime, draw 2 cards, and lucky right there. March of the Monarchs. Now I play. And now I have a Kaiju in my hand. So if you really wanted to get rid of your monsters, well then you go with a Kaiju. So I'll end my turn. Draw. Pantheism. Okay. I will remove my Pantheism from my graveyard. Remove it from play. Search for 3 cards. Most likely what I'm going to do is Stormforth. They got no choice. They got to choose Stormforth. Because you can do this. Yeah, you want to play all 3 Stormforths, show them to your opponent, and then, yeah, they have to choose Stormforth because that's their only option they can choose. Now, I do have Pantheism. And pretty much Pantheism I would have to activate if I were to do it, and then get rid of my Stormforth. Basically, that's not what you're going to want to do. Maybe you want to have your luck. Activate. Draw your card. No, okay. Remove it. Okay, so send it to your spell. Send it away. Revive it right back. If you think you're going to be lucky and your domain's not going to get destroyed, well then, okay, Pantheism, get rid of domain. Your other domain, draw 2 cards. BLS and a Vassal. Okay, so no luck right there. Just your Erebus. Now, if your opponent has a monster, remember, always, now you can give your opponent a Kaiju. Now, it's only 33. This is 28. But with the boost up, and when it attacks a monster, this is 36. So it would hit a Kaiju. Destroy the Kaiju. Because possibly they only had 1 monster on the field, but when you give your opponent the Kaiju, the only monster they got is the Kaiju. So that's the end of your turn. Draw. Another Monarch, alright. Not gone? Or is gone, okay, now because I'm going to tribute it. Because I'm going to tribute. Activate domain is my second tribute. Remember, remove from play now. Erebus. Send away 2 magic or trap cards. Let's say return and a Tenacity. Remember, 2 different names. I already have my primes in there. Activate effect, choose one card unless it was negated. The only way your opponent will stop and negate in a monster, solemn judgment. That's like the easiest way I know. That prevents and destroys a monster. Remove from play my last Pantheism. Return, Tenacity. Oh god, there's a lot right here they can choose. And I'm going to say Stormforth. They already know I have a Stormforth in my hand, so do they want to give me another one? Possibly no. They want to give me Tenacity. Activate Tenacity because you can reveal since I still have my Dark Arm Dragon in my hand. Activate Search for a Magic or Trap of a Monarch. I'll go Return of the Monarchs now. Now, Return of the Monarchs on the field does not mean you'll get the effects because these were already played on the field. So now you have your Searcher. When you play monsters, you have your Protection, March of the Monarchs. No cards can be targeted by a destruction. And then with Domain, no one can play from the extra deck. Draw a Destalos, okay. You got no dark monsters. Alright, that's not gonna work for me. Destalos, now remember, as long as you're doing it by a tributed monster, it can be done by a 1 tribute. Now Destalos. Activate Destalos, take away, but before that. So, first, you're gonna go with Return. Search for a monster. I'm gonna go for Archaeus this time. Search for Archaeus. Remember, it has to be by a different one. So I can't go with Destalos and then go for a Destalos. Anyways, I'm only using one Destalos. So search for Archaeus. Next, Destalos' effect, which is take away 1 card from my opponent's hand. And if it's a monster, times 200 damage to your opponent of the level of that monster was. Big lineup right there. And yeah, Erebus Destalos now. Draw. Morphrite. Alright, let's play that. Activate. Draw your card. Oh, a Kaiju. Remove. Bring it right back. Now, okay. Lot you can do. Give if you want. Tribute. Count that as 1. Count that as 2. Caius. Now, okay. If you hit the Raiden, that means your Raiden's gonna go as well. Your other one. But I would go hit a different card instead. Banish. Your opponent's gonna take 1,000 points of damage. Now, Return activates. Search for a monster. Sometimes what I like to do is, since you're close, go for your second Dark Arm Dragon. You only have 1 dark, but if you hit, now you have 2 darks. Monarch Stormforth. Okay, you're close. You're very, very close. Now I have 7 cards in my hand. 1 must go down. I am just going to play Stormforth face down. Cyborg, welcome to my hand. Tribute. Cyborg. I did not tribute a light monster. But if I hit a light monster, for how many from your opponent's extra deck? Now I did not do it out of my own, so my opponent's going to choose. And then return as well. I'll just go for Mobius this time. One, two, three. Exactly. Three dark monsters. Dark Iron Dragon. Dark Iron Dragon. And then if I needed to. So let's say sometimes you have 4 darks. Okay, remove a light, remove a dark. Now you're back at 3 darks. Because of BLS. Yeah, I was that, good with Monarchs. But that was just playing the original version. But now with, people playing a lot of, those cards. That I'm telling you, yeah. If they play any of those damn cards and it's gonna hit your little vassals, you are completely stuck. You need something else. And I thought of using this. And you saw right there was no brick hand. Close, but no. There are times, you are gonna get a brick hand. But when you get a good hand like that, oh my god, you can just start off instantly. Unless, you would be stuck. So, Domain, a Kaiju, Star Destroyer, Stormforth, Arceus, Erebus, Domain, Domain I would activate. Choose one of your opponent's monsters. Because you're going to have to. Because then you're going to count that as 1. You're going to count that as 2. You do not have a Mithra or a Rock Vassal. So then play your Erebus. I would always go Erebus first. Because Erebus is pretty much the powerfulest one out of all. Because then you go Pantheism. And Prime. Do your best to get Prime in the graveyard automatically. So then you remove. March. Tenacity. March. They're always going to say go Tenacity. Fine, I'll go Tenacity. Activate Tenacity because here we go. I have a 28,000 defenser. Now get March onto the field. This is like your combo you want to have already. Your protection, your negator for playing from your opponent playing. This alright. Like I said, combo. This is my main combo. I would always do. Try to get already. This would already be like my number one thing you always want to do. If you can do a +2 combo, then I can get Return of the Monarchs as well. But this is my main option I want to do. Get your protection for your Monarchs, have a Monarch, and then also you can start already having an opponent not play magic cards from the extra deck. I mean, play not monsters. They just cannot play from the extra deck. Pantheism, okay. I guess I can risk it. Get rid of that. Let's draw 2. Oh, God, that's not what you... Oh, but I was... Okay, lucky right there. Send away another 2. The draw power can happen as much as you want. 1, 2. Here we go. Only once per turn I can do the remove from play, even if I have another Pantheism. Return. Tenacity. Those are my 3. They're either going to say, alright, fine, I'll let you get return. And because they already know I'm just going to get return even if I play Tenacity. So you activate return. You can tribute or no. I would go Mithra. Special summon Mithra. Now Mithra is going to give your opponent a token. But then double tribute. Go into Caius now. Activate return. Search for a monster. Erebus. Now Caius destroys, banishes one card on the field, and your opponent takes 1,000 points of damage. Unless I attributed a dark, which I didn't, then it would have been a 2 I could choose. No, it's only 1. And then if you did hit a monster and it was a dark, all copies are banished. Morph, right? Okay. Let's activate. Send away, but draw the card first. The Stylus, okay. Let's bring you back. Tribute. Tribute. Remove from play, because you are gone now. Alright, let's say the Stylus this time. Return. I'll get Zaborg. The Stylus. Take away a card from my opponent's hand. And if it was a monster, times 200 damage to my opponent for what the level was of that monster. End of my turn. My Searcher, my Protection. No one can play from the extra deck. And only when they attack on my turn, only tributed monster get a boost up to 800. And that's the end phase. And then when it comes back to your opponent's turn, okay, now the boost up's not there anymore. Draw. Oh, here we go, BLS. Do I have any darks in here? No, I don't. I can play Pantheism, but I don't need right now Pantheism. Because I pretty much got my combo right there. This is what you want. Okay, I'll throw a Caius away. Let's just go Zaborg this time. Return? Okay. You know what? Let's go for it this time. I'll get one to my hand. I only have one dark. But let's go for it. Let's see what happens. My Rock Vassal, okay. Now, if you want to keep these on the field, well, then go ahead. Play your, Rock Vassal. Count this as your double tribute. And have another Monarch on the field. Tenacity. Return. Activate effect. Let's get Mobius. And you see right there, even if I do not have Dark Arm Dragon, I can search for Dark Arm Dragon for return. And then lucky I got a BLS. No, it sucks you can't search for BLS. Because that's 3,025. If you could search for BLS, oh, that would have been awesome. But no, you cannot. And then what I love about Stormforth also, it's not a targeting effect also. You're just going to hit a monster, but it does not target. Erebus, if you want to hit a monster, okay, but it does not target. Alright, let's go one more for you guys and see how this goes. Fright, Domain, Mithra, Pantheism, Domain. Oh, come on, no Monarch? No Monarch, okay. This one's gonna get tough for you. Okay, you got no choice. Draw your 2. Dark Arm Dragon. And oh god, okay. I have to risk it. Come on, what's gonna be my draw? Oh, no. Okay, this is when it's a brick hand. You got no monarchs. Yeah, if you don't have a monarch already, you're stuck. And I was stuck right there. Alright, so let's count it again then. Because that was just a quick one. It was just a brick hand. Don't always expect to get a perfect hand, because there are times you're going to get a brick hand. It's going to be a bad hand for you. For all players. Even competitive players. Don't always expect you're going to get a good hand. So let's see on this one. Okay, yes, a monarch. Yes, monarch. Domain. Kaiju. Storm Forth. Okay, now you're at a good spot right here. And another, okay, 3 monarchs, a kaiju. This is what's gonna help you bring out the bring them up. So, domain. That's your 1 tribute. You Storm Forth. That's 1. That's gonna be 1 tribute. Count domain as your double tribute. Now you only have these regular monarchs right now, so alright, let's just go with Saborg this time. Let's go Saborg. And that's really all you got right now. You got no protection. But of course, yeah, since you have a tributed monster, your opponent cannot play from the extra deck. Another domain, okay. Well then, if your opponent has monsters and you know they're possibly going to kill it on your next turn, well then, you got no choice. Okay, I'll give him the kaiju. Tribute. I can play Caius, yes, but I do not want to hit Raiden. Because that would be a dark monster, and my second Raiden would have to be banished. So I'll banish one of my other monster cards that my opponent has. Cards that they control, have on the field. Banish that. They'll take 1,000 points of damage. And then this is high enough to hit a kaiju. Because possibly I had 1 monster, and then I gave them the kaiju to make that as their monster, and their monster's gone. Draw. Alright, Tenacity. Reveal. Pantheism in my hand. Alright, Pantheism. Draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Okay. Let's go for remove Pantheism. Tenacity. March. Does not matter what they choose. If they go Tenacity, fine. Just reveal one of my monarchs. I'm going to get March. What I normally want on the field already is my domain, a monarch, and a March of the Monarchs. I want my protection. I want a tributed monster on the field, and I don't want them playing from the extra deck. These are the 3 main cards I want on the field. So when you tribute, you can play Erebus now. Now you can do the effect of sending away. Always get rid of it. Never have it in your hand. And then just your other Prime. Now I did Prime already, so I can't activate that other Prime to remove from play and get 3 cards. And then yes, hit a card on the field. Remember always, does not target if you hit a monster. And then attack with the boost up of 800. At the end phase, it goes right back to its 28 attack. Damn it, I got it in my hand. Pantheism. Pantheism. Tenacity. I already got rid of my oh god, okay, then I got no choice, I'll go Storm Forth. They are not going to want me to get Pantheism. Or they're just stuck then, because they know if I go Tenacity, I'm going to get Pantheism. They do not want to deal with me using Storm Fourth, so it's like they're stuck. Because I'll get either. So they chose Tenacity once again. Fine then. Reveal Tenacity. Reveal, get a Magic Trap. Then I'm going to have to go with my Pantheism, my third and last one, because you do not want that Prime Monarch trap card in your hand. So now I'll activate it. 1 and 2. Okay. Two darks. Oh, now we're talking now. Tribute. Ah, but I don't have return, damn it. I don't have return. Oh, no. Oh, but wait a minute. I forgot I have my third. Return. Return. I'm not playing 3 returns, or else I would have gone 3 returns. Storm Fourth. They know I have a Storm Fourth in here already, so they're going to want to go return. Okay, fine. Let me get returns. I'll get return. Activate return. What do I have in here? Alright. Tribute. Destalos. Take away a card from my opponent's hand. If it's a monster, 200 damage my opponent takes for what the level is. Now, let's have some fun with this dragon. Special summon. Better yet, they have monsters. Give them a kaiju. Dark Arm Dragon. Destalos. Domain. Return. March. And let's have some more fun. Remove a light, remove a dark. There we go. Check that out. These were special summons, so it will not get the boost up for Domain. But look at this field right here. If you gave your opponent a kaiju because they have one monster and you know they... Okay, let's say if it was a Link monster and we know those Link cards can be played like quick effects. Like, no, I'll discard and make sure if effects negated. No, give them a kaiju because you want to stop them for even playing any of these. Or it could be like the same thing. Fine. Dark Arm Dragon, I'm about to do the effect. No, they're going to Ash Blossom to make sure I don't use the effect of Dark Arm Dragon. So what? You have Dark Arm Dragon on the field. And then maybe that was that one choice. That's the only one chance they have. Fine then, but then they have to deal with BLS. I'm going to activate to banish. My opponent made a mistake. They should have waited until I done Blackluster Soldier first. BLS. Special summon, so you do not get it, but boom, right here. And Stormforth. Oh my, see, there we go. Stormforth. Caius. Two darks, so, and then I can even search if I wanted to. Go for my other Dark Arm Dragon. Now that would only be 2. So hopefully if I get a third, tribute my Caius, and then I would have my other Dark Arm Dragon on the field. It doesn't seem that hard to do. Even if I'm not using Ether, I'm not using those others. It's still possibly that good to do. Yeah, of course I got a brick hand, but look how much more I'm still doing. I'm doing as much combos as much as a regular, normal Monarch deck would go. But you're playing these Monarchs. You're playing this kind of a version. You're playing Caius. You're using Dark Arm Dragon. You're using Kaijus. And then if you want to have some more fun, put them in. If you want to, since you're playing light and darks, do a little Kaya, do a little, BLS. I love it. So interesting. And then I finally found my way of using Dark Armed Dragon. So, this was the test hands of how this deck is. Fun, interesting, and I just love it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. I will be speaking to y'all later. Peace.